Thank you for stopping by. Another great fight this weekend. Please like and subscribe. Let's go. On a night destined to mark a defining chapter in women's boxing history, Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano are set to clash once again, this time at junior welterweight, with Taylor's undisputed championship on the line. Scheduled for 10 thrilling rounds, the bout rekindles one of the most exciting rivalries in modern boxing and promises to deliver another unforgettable encounter between two of the sport's most accomplished fighters. The rivalry renewed. The first encounter between Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano, held at Madison Square Garden in April 2022, was a historic event. Not only did it headline the world's most famous arena, the first time two women had done so in boxing history, but it also lived up to every ounce of its billing. Taylor edged Serrano in a razor-thin split decision that left fans clamoring for a rematch. Both fighters have since continued to cement their legacies in the sport. Katie Taylor, the pride of Ireland, successfully moved up in weight to capture the undisputed junior welterweight crown, defeating the previously undefeated Chantel Cameron. Amanda Serrano, the Puerto Rican powerhouse, has remained a dominant force, collecting world titles in multiple divisions and maintaining her place as one of boxing's most feared punchers. Now, with the stakes higher than ever, they meet again. This time, the bout carries the weight of undisputed supremacy at junior welterweight and the continuation of a rivalry that has already reshaped the landscape of women's boxing. The relentless technician Katie Taylor, 23-1, 6 KOs, enters the fight as the reigning undisputed junior welterweight champion. Known for her relentless pace, masterful footwork, and precise combination punching, Taylor is widely regarded as one of the greatest female fighters of all time. Her career highlights include Olympic gold in 2012, undisputed lightweight supremacy, and now undisputed junior welterweight glory. Taylor's ability to adjust mid-fight and maintain composure under fire was on full display in her first clash with Serrano, where she survived a brutal onslaught in the middle rounds before rallying to finish strong. Taylor's preparation for this rematch has reportedly been intense, focused on refining her defense against Serrano's power and ensuring that her stamina holds up through the late rounds. At 38, she is keenly aware that every fight could be her last at the top, making this clash all the more urgent and meaningful. The relentless warrior. Amanda Serrano, 46-2-1, 30 KOs, is arguably the most decorated female fighter in boxing history. The only 7-division world champion in women's boxing, Serrano's power is legendary, with 30 knockouts across multiple weight classes, a rare feat in women's boxing. In their first fight, Serrano came agonizingly close to stopping Taylor in the 5th round, unloading a barrage of punches that had the Irish champion on the ropes. However, she was unable to secure the finish, and Taylor's rally earned her the decision. Since then, Serrano has made no secret of her desire for a rematch. She has remained sharp, keeping active in both boxing and mixed martial arts, and enters this fight with a point to prove. The Brooklyn-based Puerto Rican fighter is known for her aggressive style, vicious body punching, and relentless pressure. This time, she'll look to cut off the ring and break Taylor down over the course of the fight. What's at stake? This fight represents far more than just championship belts. It is about legacy, pride, and the future of women's boxing. For Katie Taylor, a win would solidify her status as arguably the greatest female boxer of her era, having defeated Serrano twice and captured undisputed titles in 2 divisions. For Amanda Serrano, victory would finally erase the bitterness of her controversial loss and cement her legacy as an all-time great. The winner walks away with all 4 major junior welterweight belts, the WBC, WBA, IBF, and WBO, as the undisputed champion, a distinction held by only a select few in boxing history. The tactical breakdown. Taylor's strategy. Expect Taylor to use her footwork and speed to control distance, darting in with quick combinations and pivoting away from danger. She'll need to avoid getting trapped on the ropes, where Serrano does her best work. Expect her to use her jab to disrupt Serrano's rhythm and box smartly on the outside. Serrano's strategy: Look for Serrano to apply constant pressure from the opening bell, targeting Taylor's body to slow her down. Serrano will likely try to close the distance, cut off the ring, and force Taylor into exchanges where her superior power can turn the tide. The significance for women's boxing. This rematch is a massive moment for women's boxing. In an era where female fighters are finally beginning to get the respect and visibility they deserve, Taylor vs. Serrano is the blueprint: elite talent, championship stakes, and thrilling action. Their rivalry has been compared to the great trilogies of men's boxing history, such as Ali vs. Frazier or Barrera vs. Morales, for its intensity and historical significance. Beyond the belts and accolades, this fight continues to pave the way for greater opportunities, higher purses, and larger audiences for women in the sport. Prediction and expectations. Given their first encounter, fans can expect another highly competitive fight that swings back and forth. Taylor's boxing IQ and stamina will be pitted against Serrano's power and pressure. This time, with Taylor a little older and Serrano hungry for revenge, the margins could be even thinner. Prediction. Another close, possibly controversial decision, this time favoring Amanda Serrano by split decision. However, either fighter could win depending on who imposes their style more effectively on the night. Conclusion. Katie Taylor vs. Amanda Serrano Sickett is a must-watch event not just for boxing fans, but for all who appreciate high-level athletic competition. It's a battle of two champions, two nations, and two legacies. Regardless of the outcome, both fighters have already secured their places in the pantheon of boxing greats, but only one will emerge as the undisputed junior welterweight queen.